Imagine a force so powerful it could wipe entire towns off the map in moments. Now, picture an 8-year-old girl, completely unaware, sitting right in its path. What if the only thing standing between her and utter devastation wasn't a person, but an animal? Today, we're diving into a true story that will shake you to your core and make you question everything you thought you knew about animal instincts. We're talking about a bond so deep and a sixth sense so profound, it defied the impossible. This isn't just a tale of survival. It's a breathtaking testament to the unspoken connection between humans and the natural world. A connection that on one fateful morning saved a life from the most destructive force imaginable. Get ready for a story that proves heroism comes in all shapes and sizes, especially when the world is about to turn upside down. It was December 26th, 2004. A seemingly ordinary, clear morning bathed the beaches of Phuket, Thailand, in warm sunshine. For 8-year-old Amber, this was paradise. Every day felt like an adventure, especially her morning ritual. She wasn't just any tourist kid. She had a special friend waiting for her by the water's edge. A young, gentle elephant named Ning Nong. Their bond was something truly special, built on daily feedings of sweet bananas and joyful rides on his massive, comforting back. They were inseparable, a curious pair that charmed everyone who saw them. On this particular morning, the air hummed with the usual holiday buzz. Amber, brimming with youthful energy, was already perched on Ning Nong's back, enjoying the gentle sway as he stood near the water. The ocean was calm, a turquoise mirror reflecting the cloudless sky. Everything felt perfect. But then, a subtle shift. Ning Nong, usually so placid and focused on his morning treats, suddenly froze. His ears, usually flopping gently, fanned out rigidly, as if catching sound too faint to cue mates. His trunk rose, tasting the air, not for food, but for something unseen, something deeply unsettling. As Amber, familiar with the elephant's usual mannerisms, tried to coax him further into the water, perhaps for a refreshing splash. But Ning Nong dug his colossal feet into the wet sand, a mountain of muscle with stubborn refusal. It was as if an invisible wall had appeared, holding him back. A growing crowd had gathered, drawn by the beautiful morning, completely oblivious to the silent, terrifying warning Ning Nong was broadcasting. Their curiosity soon turned to wonder as the ocean began to do something truly bizarre. The water, which moments ago had lapped lazily at the shore, started to retreat, and not slowly, but with an alarming speed. It pulled back, unveiling parts of the seabed rarely seen. Shells glittered in the newly exposed sand, and fish flopped helplessly, stranded. Instead of sensing danger, people began to walk out onto the wet expanse, marveling at the strange phenomenon, picking up souvenirs, completely missing the terrifying message Mother Nature was screaming. But Ning Nong did. The massive animal, his earlier unease now escalating into pure, unadulterated panic, let out a trumpet so loud, so raw, it ripped through the calm morning, a sound of pure terror. He wasn't just refusing to move, he was fighting for a different direction. Ignoring his handler's frantic shouts, the elephant spun around with surprising speed. His trunk, usually so gentle, now moved with urgency. He carefully, but firmly, wrapped it around Amber's legs, securing her to his back, ensuring she wouldn't fall. And then he did the unthinkable. He charged, not towards the ocean, but away from it, with a speed that belied his size, a thunderous dash, deep inland. Amber's mother, standing on the beach just moments before, watched in utter horror. Her heart leaped into her throat. All she saw was her little girl being carried away by a supposedly tame, yet now seemingly wild and enraged, animal.
Her scream ripped through the air. A mother's primal fear convinced her daughter was being kidnapped, taken by a creature gone mad. But her desperate cries were swallowed almost instantly by an even more terrifying sound.
A deafening, earth-shattering roar that made the ground tremble. It wasn't a beast, it was the ocean itself. And then it appeared, a monstrous, towering wall of water, an unstoppable force, crashed onto the beach, erasing everything in its path. It was the devastating tsunami of 2004, a natural catastrophe that would claim hundreds of thousands of lives. Ningnon, the heroic elephant, ran as fast as his powerful legs could carry him, the ground shaking beneath his mighty strides. The tsunami, a relentless liquid monster, surged after him, tearing through the landscape, knocking down buildings and everything else in its path. The water caught up, its immense power threatening to engulf them. But Ningnon, a behemoth of nature himself, used his incredible size and brute strength to resist the raging torrent. He fought against the current, pushing through the deluge. He finally reached the sturdy stone wall of a hotel, a beacon of hope in the watery chaos. Without a moment's hesitation, he turned his massive back to the wave, bracing himself, allowing the full, crushing force of the water to hit him. He became a living shield, protecting the precious cargo on his back. When the water finally began to recede, leaving behind a trail of destruction and silence, Amber, shaken but miraculously unharmed, was able to climb from Ningnon's back onto a safe second-story balcony of the damaged hotel. It was there, amidst the chaos and devastation, that her mother, still trembling, tears of pure relief streaming down her face, found her. The reunion was a blur of sobbing and overwhelming joy, a miracle in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Without Ningnon's inexplicable sixth sense, his ability to detect an impending disaster long before any human, and his unwavering loyalty, Amber wouldn't have stood a chance. This gentle giant wasn't just an animal. He was a guardian, a hero whose instincts proved wiser than any human understanding. His actions remind us that sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from the quietest corners of the natural world. If this incredible story touched your heart, make sure to check out our next video for another amazing tale of survival.